Gotta get up the video. Bear with me a moment. There we are. How's everybody doing this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever the hell you're at, whatever the hell time it is? Coming back to do a few little box openings real quick. Not real quick, but quick enough. I still have to eat and got everybody else fed, but I need some food too. Sometime today. So let's get into this one first. One of my A-main boxes. Isn't quite done with that yet. Bubble wrap. Actually, this isn't an A-main box. This box, now I'm looking at it, is from Vanquish. I was thinking it was an A-main box. A lot of box for what I got. Alright, so one thing I got me was a hat. Figured, what the hell? May as well spend some money. A few pennies. Or maybe this is from, yeah, Vanquish. That's what I thought. So I got me a comp stance in gray. Oh my. Oh boy, I guess I ordered the wrong darn hat. I'm going to have to do a little tweaking here, I think. This sucker's big on me. Well, that's kind of a drag. I didn't realize that was large, extra large. Or actually, this is XL, XXL. I don't think I would have ordered that one. I'll have to double check my order. Might have got the wrong hat. My head ain't that big. I'm a little guy. Double check. But anyways, I did order me a hat. I could always do a little tweaking to it and make it work. One of the other things that you could see was a mat. A few other parts. I had a cow RC mat when I had the Bajas, but after I got rid of the Bajas, I did keep the mat, but it got in really bad shape because I didn't have it well stored. So I needed a new mat. I was going to buy another cow RC mat because those are nice mats. And I still may pick up one or two of the small ones just to have one here and one of my to-go stuff. Because the magnetic part is kind of nice. The thing is, how big is it compared to the rest of my desk? It may be pretty darn big. It's as big as the desk. Which may not be bad. Pick up my stuff. Don't want to kill my coffee. I'm not going to leave it on the electronics either. Get it unrolled and put a little weight on it, which won't be hard to do. Actually, we can go a little bit farther this way, which will work. much, but a little bit. A little bit of weight down that side. That'll help it. That'll help it. That'll hold it in place. I can leave it right there. Doesn't kill me. Kind of nice to have a little grippy mat. Alright, and then I got some goodies. Plus I have some shock. That's something I did forget to order. Some of the upgrade shock stuff. I do have some on the way for warranty replacement on the Origin. So I got 2 of these orange pieces for the... There's the other one. These will be for the Origin, because I'm doing orange, obviously. So I'm getting orange accents. Oh, these are for the Rift. Yep. So I got a little two normal drives and an underdrive in case I want to throw some crawler action at it. I can drop the underdrive in it. Well, one of these is an underdrive right there. Oh, these are okay. Alright, maybe I ordered the wrong side. Nonetheless, oh, I got another one. That's what it is. I already have another stock. But these are for the Rift. And the axles I picked up a couple weeks ago. Picked up a 12-tooth pinion. And these are the aluminum pins. These are for the optic. Because the optic's got the plastic pins in it. I'm going to put the aluminum pins in it. So I'll put those on top of the optic. So yeah, a couple upgrade parts. I wasn't sure about what I was going to do, but with the 3000 kV, if I want to drop some of that, I want to kick out a little bit of that power and speed. That'll increase my torque, but it'll take away a little bit of the wheel speed, because I imagine that 3000 kV Holmes is going to have a good little boost of juice when you hammer it. I'm going to put those there. Let me put these down here with the axles. Those can go down there with that. And these can come over here and slip in the Origin boxes, just for now. Now, let's take a look at the first A-main box. And I got a couple more that will be here Monday from A-main. So, I picked up a My Trek RC light setup. And this is also for the optic, because I didn't have any lights in the optic. Now, looking at some options. But I decided to go with this route. My first My Trek RC set. They're pretty nice. Pricey. And then part of the other are just some shims. Kyosho shims, but they're 4mm shims. So they'll work for what I need. Put those there with that stuff. Top. So that's the small order today. Not much there. Like I say, light kit basically for the optic is the big one in that box. And it's just the way I ordered, and of course where they shipped from, that these things are done this way. Box is a biggin. Go too deep. All right. This is for the oval stuff, some of it, for the oval car. And it is, as you can see, Traxxas right there, a Traxxas late model body. So that's what most of the guys are running over at the track. This is Traxxas late model body. And the body I picked up wasn't the late model, but it was a stock body instead of what I thought it would work for a late model. Probably could have used it, but everybody else is running this one, and this is what pretty much going. And you know, a few of the other guys are buying the Traxxas unit. So I picked up the kit with all the mounting stuff and everything else, so it can all be good. So there's that. And some other goodies here in the little bag. So let's see what we got in here. Pull out a few things. I see right on top is the scale bolts from SSD. These are 2.5 millimeters. I'm going to be using these likely on the, I think they're 2.5s that I need for the transmission cases. Oh boy, a little different than I thought. So I picked up another Vanquish 2.5 millimeter. Yep, 2.5 tip because I'm getting a little worn. Another pack of SSD screws, same ones, 2.5s. Wow, these MIPs are different than I thought. So I picked up some drivers, and these are micro drivers. Okay, yeah. I thought they were full size, but they're not. But that's okay for doing the scale bolts and stuff. These are actually pretty good. So I've got a 2 millimeter here, a 3 millimeter. I picked up the 4 millimeter, which was a full size handle, which I kind of thought is what these were. But all right, they'll work. There should be, I think, one more in here. Yeah, right there. And this is a 1.5 millimeter. Not that I'd ever use that much, but I got it should I need it. So some other scale bolts, some Vanquish. These are SLW bolts. I think that's what these are. Yep. A little bit longer ones. And then my brass 0.8 brass rings for the origin for the front wheels. Now I have a set of the 0.8 aluminum rings coming for the back. They'll be here Monday. And then some Traxxas aluminum carriers for the hubs on the late model build. Excuse me. So that is the mail call for today. Yes, too much money. More than I needed to spend. So these for now are going in there. Tool tip can go in here with the tools. Put the whole bag in there. But yeah, a few parts, needed to pick up a few items, grabbed a few tools, do them with the scale bolts easier. We'll go ahead and put those in with these for now. So I'll probably get on that tomorrow. Meaning I'll get it back into the origin build. Although I don't have everything I need, I got enough to do some stuff that I want to get done. The rest, a couple of things will be in Monday, like I said, the rear wheel rings and a few other things. So let me take a look here. Of course, I don't know. They talked about oval racing. I don't know if they're going to do it tonight or not. But I'm just too much going on at 7:20, and I'm starved. Haven't ate yet. Let me see. Wow, what did they do that for? Well, that's kind of strange. Okay. Let's reset it. Interesting. I just did it again. Now what's going on with this thing? Try putting something in the middle and keeping it there. What in the hell? Alright, now let's try it. Alright. Okay. Alright, it was the other camera. Didn't realize that. Alright, this is just orange paint. That's why it was good. My other camera messing up on me. Anyways, yeah, these little drivers, smaller than I thought. Like I said, I didn't pay attention. I just assumed they were a full-size driver, not this kind of tiny driver. They'll work. They'll work fine, especially if we're doing, you don't need to put a lot of cranking on the scale bolts on those. But I did think they would be driver, or bigger. So 1.5, 2, and I need the 3 mostly. But yeah, so I picked up some MIP drivers. I say different than I thought, especially for 22 bucks, $21.49. I really thought these are full-size drivers. I'll keep them. I may, thinking, should I send them back? Right? So that's not what I was thinking. I could find the full-size ones for the same price, essentially. But for the scale bolts and wheels, and I've got the Vanquish drivers, but not all the bolts I have are Vanquish and all the wheels, obviously. So those will work with the other rigs. And the Vanquish are, American standard, SAE, and of course everything else is metric. So those will work for that. So yeah, kind of eager to get the rest of my stuff and get into the Optic tomorrow. I might, or the Origin. I might jump in tonight. Kind of depends on what's going on. Once I get everything done, bring up an hour and do a little bit of the teardown work I want to do and get a few things taken care of there. So yeah, it's possible I may come back on and hit a quick video and do a little work on it. But obviously I got other things I got to get to. I'm getting parts for them. Now I've got that body. I've got to fit that and get it all built in and everything set up on it and get it mounted so it mounts properly. And then turn around and try to get everything else figured out with the body so I can get it mounted. It's going to be a little trick because this ain't just a light model Traxxas. It's a custom built. So I might have to make some tweaks here and there, or I might just modify how I mount the body and use their front mount setup and then just mount the back like I have been. Because I think that would work out pretty decently the way I've got it set up and make it pretty easy. And because their underclip system is much like it is on the modified, that's kind of a trick to get to underneath the back wheels there, and it can be a little bit of a pain. My front's popping out already, so I'm going to have to put some, foam in my front clips to help push them out and hold them locked in. So when I'm running the modified, it ain't popping out up front when I bump scrap. But anyways, figured I'd throw a quick, half hour in, 20 minutes, whatever. It's about 20 minutes right now, so figure I'll go ahead and knock this one off. But thanks for hanging out and checking out the video. It's a little box opening. I may be back later on this evening. Likely I'll start up tomorrow, maybe 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is going to be early everywhere else in the world. Unless you're, over in England, then it might be the afternoon over in Europe in that area if you're over there and you want to check it out. But anyways, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Ring that little bell. When you do ring the bell, make sure you choose all. You got an option. Hit the little drop down arrow there, and if you don't choose all notifications on anybody's channel you subscribe to, You won't get notifications when they got videos unless they send you one personally. And think about the chances of the people you're subscribing to. I mean, there's some chance, obviously, they'll know you and send you a private message saying, hey, I put out a new video. Most people everybody's subscribing to, like myself, you have no idea who they are. You've never met them. You just run across their content. So you got to choose all if you want all the video notifications. So anyways, thanks a lot. Have a good day. We'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.